Yo, so, do I like irradiated cannabis? And why do I smoke it? I get a question all the time. Why do I consume irradiated cannabis? Prefer it if cannabis wasn't irradiated straight away. So let me just tell you what irradiated cannabis is, if you're new to the channel and you don't know and you've seen the title, like what? So in the UK, we have strict rules on our medical flower that gets imported to the UK. I think there's only a couple of companies that grow it in the UK, but still they have to stick by the same stringent rules. And these rules are the most stringent in the whole of the world, more than the whole of Europe, everything. It's insane how stringent these rules are. So companies that, this is my theory, all right? So companies that don't have the facilities that are kept immaculate need their cannabis irradiated. And what do I mean by immaculate? I mean, sometimes there can be a bug that gets into the room. That's not the grower's fault. But somewhere along the line, that bug has got into the room. Did it come through the front door? Did it come in on someone's clothes? Did it come in on someone's hair? Do you know these things? So companies with more stringent rules, they keep the bugs out, and mold and things like that. Like sometimes a machine can go down, an air conditioning unit can go down for just a day, and they're trying to fix it and something goes wrong. Now, is that the grower's fault? Yes and no. I mean, they've got to keep maintenance, but at the end of the day, things can go wrong. Wow, them birds are going crazy. So when things do go wrong and the grower tries their hardest to rectify these problems, they still have to pass the UK stringent tests. So if they don't pass the tests, it gets irradiated. And there's many different, there's a few different irradiating processes. I'm not going to break that down. There's just a few. Just Google cannabis irradiation processes. You'll find it. So yeah, things do go wrong. And also, if you're growing outdoors and things like that, you're gonna have to irradiate your cannabis. That's it. Growing in living soils, you're gonna have to irradiate your cannabis to get into the UK. That is, into the UK market. Some companies do not have to irradiate. They've got it down. They're passing all their tests. Great. You know, some companies are doing that. And I would prefer to consume these companies' brands. But the problem is I can't always afford what I want. So sometimes I have to get an irradiated cannabis that's £4 a gram. I have to get it. So people saying it's bad for my health, I don't know if it's bad for my health. I honestly do not know. But I know that the food that we eat is irradiated. A lot of the food, like the fruit that we eat and vegetables, a lot of it's irradiated. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. Once again, I do not know. But do I prefer irradiated weed to non-irradiated weed? No, I do not prefer that. I'd prefer all the facilities to not have to irradiate their cannabis. 100%. I'd love it. But unfortunately, some things go wrong. And yeah, some companies, they do grow outdoors and they're going to have to irradiate their cannabis. Some companies have irradiated their cannabis and there's still problems with it. I'm not naming any names. But, you know, so, I mean, that doesn't mean to say that the non-irradiated cannabis is always better. No, because I've had some non-irradiated cannabis that is pony, absolute dog do, like, you know, seriously crap. And then I've had, for instance, what was it? I don't know what it's like now because it's different batches, but when I had the LA Kush cake back when, that was tasting better than a lot of the non-irradiated stuff. A lot of it. Like it had some flavour. So what happens is terpenes get degraded. Cannabinoids are supposedly degraded too when you go through the irradiation process. Could you imagine what that LA Kush cake would have been like if it didn't have to get irradiated? Do you see what I'm saying? To me, it was perfect. I didn't see anything wrong with that. But you know, once again, it's the UK laws and stringent regulations that we have. And another problem that we have with our medical over here, it all goes to Germany first. It goes to Germany first, and then it comes to the UK. But the Germans, they get to take everything they want. We get the tail end of everything. Unless the company has said this batch is going to the UK, it always goes to Germany and then comes to the UK. Even if that batch is dedicated only to the UK, it has to go to Germany and then it comes over to here. So that's what I've read anyway. That's what I've read. I'm not here to give advice. I'm just telling you what I've read. I'm regurgitating info that I've read. You know, like, so, I mean, you could read the same thing. I'm just putting it out there, that's all. Do you care that it's irradiated or not? If it comes down to flavour, I've had some irradiated that taste just as good as non-irradiated, if not better. When it comes down to the lack of cannabinoids, yes, I would like to have my bud not zapped with irradiation. So I know that the cannabinoids that the plant has produced is what I'm going to get. I still get my medical benefits from the irradiated cannabis, albeit it might not last as long. I'm not too sure. And that could be due to some degrading in the cannabinoids, maybe. I'm not too sure. I don't know, man. I'm seriously on the fence about it. I get some, I don't really mind, to be honest with you, but I don't know. I'd like it all just to be non-irradiated and everyone be happy and there'd be no arguments in the community, because there's constant arguments in the community. I just want to stop people from arguing, man. Just like, can we not argue, bruv? Like, I just don't want anyone, all the people, this animosity that keeps flying about. Can we not just love each other and just be cool and calm and everyone happy? Listen, we're meant to be weed smokers. We're meant to be consuming cannabis. That is something that actually makes you calm. So why can't we all just be calm together, man? Everyone just be happy. Anyway, like I say, if no one said it to you today, people, I'm going to say it to you, all right? I love you and I hope you have a blessed day. Peace out. Take care.